We're about 25 minutes south of Steamboat Springs, and as we drive up into the Stagecoach area and past Stagecoach Lake, and we wind our way through the neighborhoods, it really opens up. It becomes much more remote, and so by the time we come through our gate, you really feel with 35 acres that you have buffer all the way around you, and you've got fantastic views of both the lake, the top of Steamboat Springs ski area, the various peaks around here. It's a very relaxing feeling as we're nestled back in the aspens here. You really have the benefit of being not too remote, but feeling as though you're by yourself here in this little pocket against the mountain. It's an incredibly private setting. Of the 35 acres, there's about 17 of it that's fenced and cross-fenced and was turned into hay fields for animals. There's 3 shade area sheds that all have water, and then there's a hay shed itself where you can store your bales of hay. It's suitable for any type of livestock you might want to raise, as well as an equestrian property. It has a barn with a living space above it, and that barn's set up for animals, including horses. As you drive up on the lowest level, there's the 2-car heated garage, as well as a great mudroom area for both ski gear as well as ranch gear or whatever you may have. And then as you come up the saltillo tile stairs, you get to a landing and that circles the dumbwaiter that allows you to bring things up from the garage. So as you circle the dumbwaiter and come onto the landing, you come up into the kitchen. It's got a large center island, high-end appliances. We've had many parties. It's great for entertaining, and it's a focal point of the house. From there, you come into the living room and dining room, which looks out over the property toward Stagecoach Lake. And we have a large river rock fireplace, a deck off to the west side, and then a master suite just a couple steps up that has its own patio behind it and a water feature and planting area. From there, then, there's a pantry, and then on the other wing of the house, we have a great family room. One of the things we've done with the house is we've added a very large living space over the garage that we use as a family room, a second living space, if you will. But it's perfectly set up for a master suite if one wanted that. It has its own bath, fireplace, great views. And adjacent to the kitchen, looking out north toward the lake, there's this great office space. As a lot of people working from home, it's a great space. Upstairs, we have what we call the library and a little TV sitting area for people looking to get away from the main floor. We have 2 good-sized bedrooms. The first bedroom looks north over the lake. And then the bedroom on the south side, it looks over the water feature and the planting beds that we have in the back of the house. And there's also a full bath up there as well. The nice views up there, there's also a deck that looks out to the west. In addition to the amazing views out the front over the hay fields and Stagecoach Lake, if you hike up the mountain behind us, which is part of the property, up above there we have a yurt, stucco-sided yurt that looks out to the north at the lake. And, it's large enough you can sleep up there, you could have a slumber party, you can make it an artist studio. You can really utilize it any way you like. You can hear elk bugling, you can see evidence of animals everywhere. It's very peaceful. It's a great place to hike up and have a glass of wine or a cup of coffee in the morning. Above the barn, there's a caretaker unit where somebody could either rent it long-term or your caretaker can live there to care for the property. As you walk in, it's an incredible space. It's very high ceilings, tons of natural light, windows on all sides, has its own little patio off the west side. And that can be very private too. And as I said, it can be part of the living space here, or it can be separate, depending on what you need. The whole home is finished very nicely. It's a post and beam construction with rough-hewn timbers, knotty alder floors throughout the house, and saltillo tile. We have radiant floor heat, so it's a very soft heat that tends to keep the dust down. And, because it's a boiler, it gets a very warm heat. We also have both gas fireplaces and a wood fireplace for people who want that. I think this is probably one of the most picturesque settings in an area that's known for fantastic beauty. And we just felt very privileged to have some time here.